Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto, and there is so much going on right now. As you could tell, I was rushing through the crypto minute because there's just a lot. I think there are like 7 different topics that we're trying to cover. The first one is OKX and Bybit finally waking up, just like Binance did yesterday, saying, "Hey, we're not going to do any more business with Russian banks." Cool, right? It's kind of an about time moment for them. So when I look at that, I'm kind of like, yeah, it is about time because your regulatory woes around the world, you cannot tell me, are not have nothing to do with still doing business with Russian banks. Come on, duh. So I'm thinking that they think, well, if we start playing nice with everybody, maybe some of this stuff will go away. Maybe, or maybe it's too little, too late. But we'll see. We'll just have to watch and find out. Now, Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler is going to be on the hot seat 2 times this month. The first is going to be on the 12th with the Senate Banking Committee, and the second is going to be on the 27th with the House Financial Services Committee. Now, you should pay attention to who controls those committees, right? On the Senate side, you have mostly it's controlled by Democrats. On the House side, you have a committee that's controlled by Republicans. Neither of which think he's doing such a great job for various reasons and for opposing reasons, obviously. But neither think he's doing a good job. I think as we move forward, crypto is going to be a very big topic during the upcoming election season. I think it's going to be a very big topic. And we're going to have to see politicians actually pony up to the table and see where they land on the subjects. Now, I'm no fan of Gary Gensler, but I will say this. I woke up this morning having recalled a dream that I had during the night that Gary got fired. Now, that's not what happened. But yeah, that was my dream. So it just struck me that there's this article that he's going to be on the hot seat 2 times this month. Next up, you have Robinhood that's adding support for Bitcoin and Dogecoin with their wallet. To me, that's not the most important. The one that I find to be the most important is based off of them having the 5th largest Ethereum wallet in the world. And that is the ability for you to swap Ethereum without having to purchase additional ETH. That is their entry into DeFi. They're going to make it easy for people to get into DeFi, period. That's going to be awesome. There's one reason. I'm not a fan of Robinhood. I don't use Robinhood. Yes, I have an account, but I don't use it. I think the only thing that's in there is the free stock that they gave me. But what I do like about Robinhood is that it really does go a long way to introducing crypto and investments in general, stocks, to people that otherwise might not know and might not have a way to actually understand and find out and learn. So for that's one reason to like Robinhood. It's not good for me, but it's going to be good for a lot of other people. So I like that. Shibarium's launch, I did not know that Shibarium's launch came with significant help from the Polygon community. Significant help. So scaling, all that. I also did not know that Shibarium is based on a Polygon fork. Hence, makes sense that Polygon, the Polygon community was involved. So I'm thinking that in the future, we're going to see more collaborations like that, and we're going to see more innovation coming from those two teams or those combined teams and communities. And I'm all for it. Love that. Gemini. The other day I told you that DCG had reached a deal with, a good number of its creditors and, the percentage of what they could expect to get back off of the deal, excuse me. And that's really cool. But I also noted that I did not see Gemini any place in that announcement. Here's why. Gemini opposes the deal. Gemini and a few other creditors are saying, nope, don't like this deal. It lacks clarity. It lacks clarity as to how they expect to be able to actually get people back between 65 and I think 90% of their money. Yeah, that's a very big deal. Remember, Gemini still has a lawsuit against DCG and Genesis. So we should be paying attention to that. The good news for DCG is that they also own Grayscale. So Grayscale is making good news, but Genesis not so much. And the lawsuit that Gemini has goes against DCG and Genesis. So they need some really good luck, and they need to find some common ground with Gemini. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's an early day. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Now, something that hit me was the judge that is presiding over the SEC versus Coinbase case is also, well, was also presiding over the Uniswap class action case. Guess what? The judge said, yeah, this is untenable. Why? Protocol involved is so decentralized that there's not an identifiable defendant. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. What's more awesome, and there was more in that, in that dismissal as well. But what's more awesome is that could actually play out in the Coinbase case. The SEC's case against Coinbase could be chipped away at using this case. So is it grounds for dismissal? I don't know, but I know it can be chipped away using this case as an example. So I'm all about that. I wanted to touch on something else. I do my videos. I try to do videos almost every day. Some days I don't make it. Some days I do. And I apologize for not making it every day. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to make my my production process easier so I can do all that. But we've also been working on this whole grow my bag thing, which is so close. It's so close. I wanted to talk about, somebody reached out to me on a platform and started conversing with me, hey, I like what you're doing and blah blah blah, bloody bloody blah. Great, it's awesome. And I just sat there waiting. I was waiting for this person to hit me. Just waiting. And what happened? They eventually hit me with, hey, would you like to use my trading services? No, I'm not interested in using your trading services. Not at all. Not at all. There's not enough identifiable information. There's nothing there that tells me that this person is a broker dealer and has some kind of trading experience and licensing. So I was just like, no. Didn't offer me a website to go look at where I'd be able to find that information. I say this to you so that you can be wary as well, so that you can understand that, there are people out there that want you to get involved in certain things, and do your own research, dig deep. If somebody comes at me, like, a probing question for me was going to be, because I thought the thread was going to go a little bit longer. And my next question was going to be, so what do you think about the new broker dealer rules coming out? And that would have told me if this person, is a real broker dealer, because they would be up on that, right? But I know that they're not a real broker dealer. They didn't give me the confidence that, actually, let me rephrase. I do not know if they were a real broker dealer, but they did not give me the confidence that they are. So I want you to be careful about who you deal with. Like I said, there was no identifiable information: first name, last name, phone number, website, street address. As a matter of fact, they did everything separately. They did everything differently, right? Saying, oh, I do this from several different locations. Huh? That's one person? Oh, okay. No, that was not the first red flag, but it's probably the one of the biggest. Like I said, not having personal identifiable information is a problem for me. That's a no-go right there. Not having license information is a no-go right there for me. Something that tells me that you've done the training, that you've gotten licensed in something. So nah, that was a big no. So anyway, we should get into the numbers. Give me a moment. Let's see here. You can see that, yeah, Matic is up a hair. BTC is up above the 27,203. That's nice. Ethereum's up at, above 1,700. That's nice. So it's dropped a bit, but still, that's nice. XRP is at 52. That's cool. DOGE is up a hair. We're at 6.5, and now they're at 6.6. Okay. When you look at this, you can see within the past 24 hours, not much good stuff has happened across the board. So we're kind of moving again laterally, right? We're moving laterally. DeFi Llama, been paying attention to this. We've been moving up. We're close to $50 billion in total value locked. That's very, very close. So we'll see what happens there. The Fear and Greed Index is at 52. Just the other day, it was at 39. 39. That's huge. So that's a big leap forward. We're in neutral territory, but we're in the higher end of neutral territory. That means people think things are going to happen. That's pent up energy. And pent up energy soon explodes. And I'm looking for a huge explosion up. Now, you can also see that, because of grayscale, here's that big jump. We came down a bit. That big jump took us above that 28 mark that I have right there by that orange line. It also placed us within my green bands. My green bands span from 26,475 to 31,580, right? I still need us to get above that 28 mark so that we can get back and closer to that 31,580. But we're close. We're within striking distance, I would say. We're within striking distance. I think the news of Uniswap is going to hit. I think that's going to make people feel that, crypto's here to stay, and we need to start learning how to work with it, and we need to get the ball rolling. I think that's where we're headed. Anyway, this is Eddie Joe on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a note. We do have Grow My Bag coming very, very shortly. We have a little bit of crypto that I think you should go check out his account over on TikTok. I think you should check out a few people over on TikTok that we like. I'll come up with some names and try to drop some names as we move forward. There's Tiny. I can't remember the name. Give me a moment. Let me see if I can bring it up. That'd be really cool. Because I want to get these two names out there properly. And these are really good people that have been, supportive of us and what we're doing over here. Come on, let's go. Chop, chop. tinyassets.io. I haven't taken a deep dive into the project, but they've been really positive on what we're doing over here with, the news and reporting and all that good stuff. And more importantly, what I really like about those two projects, those two people, is the fact that a little bit of crypto and, tiny assets, they haven't said anything cringy. You know what I mean? That I have seen when, like, in our direct dealings, I haven't heard anything cringy, and that's a big deal to me. So we'll try to drop a couple other names that are being nice with us, and go check them out. All right. Have a good one. Bye bye.